Hey boys and girls, I hope you liked that first activity with sound. Let's switch things up a bit and talk about this thing I like called buoyancy. Buoyancy is the force that causes things to float. So when you're in a swimming pool, buoyancy causes you to float. So buoyancy is the force that causes things to push back up. So if you put some things in water, it sinks. When you put other things in water, it floats. So with this next activity, we're going to see what objects in this pan can float and which can sink. Buoyancy has three different types. You have positive buoyancy, neutral buoyancy, and negative buoyancy. And it all depends upon the line which the water is at its level. So let's try out the baseball. What do you think the baseball will do? Okay, let's see. As you see, the baseball is kind of sinking but kind of floating. We will say that is a neutral buoyancy. Let's see about this rubber ball. We see the rubber ball is floating pretty well. It will be considered positive buoyancy. What about this little small crayon right here? As you see, the crayon sank to the bottom of the cooler. That is because a lot of density is compact inside of that crayon. What you think about this sponge? Even though sponges soak up water, they are very floatable. They float in almost any water that you put them in, even though it still soaks up the water. What about these keys? Those keys sink right to the bottom because the material they're made of is very dense. All right, now this is a hard one. What about chocolate milk? I would say that chocolate milk is a neutral buoyancy because even though it is submerged in the water, we still have the top of it showing, which shows some type of buoyancy. So like I said, buoyancy happens because the pressure of the water pushes back up on the weight of the object. So go around the house, get some of your favorite things, get a toy, get something out the refrigerator, but test its buoyancy in the sink, in the bathtub. Just try to see what floats and what sinks, and try to think, why does it sink or float? Put what you tried in the comments. Show us what you did. Send us a picture. We'll love to see your creations, and we'll love to see how you did your buoyancy experience. Thanks for tuning in once again to KQ's STEM experience. Mr. Jeremy out.